everyone. Welcome to Afro Swag Media and Magazine. My name is Deborah. I will be your host on this show. As always, welcome to the show. Today we have some very special guests, and I'm going to bring the first one to the camera right now so that we can discover who she is. Hello.
Hi, Deborah.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. So, do you mind telling us who you are?
Sure. My name is Jannie Price, and I work with the organization Global Partners in Hope here in Omaha.
All right, thank you. Can you please tell us a little bit about Global Partners in Hope?
Yes, absolutely. We are a nonprofit organization that was founded right here in Omaha in 2008 by our CEO, Ian Vickers, along with a group of other people. So it was a collaborative event in 2008. So we are, the best way I would describe us is an international community development organization. We come alongside communities that are underserved or underdeveloped, that are struggling just to meet the basic needs of their community. And we partner with other organizations within that country that are already working with the community and already partnering in certain ways. And we come alongside and help to establish healthcare, clean water, and renewable energy.
Okay, so you talk a little bit about the vision or what you're trying to accomplish, but what is the actual vision?
Oh, the actual vision. That is a very good question, Deborah. Global Partners exists to really, I mean, like I said, to develop communities across the globe, to help meet the needs of the community so that people can go beyond just surviving on a daily basis and really get to the point where they can focus more on thriving and not struggling to meet their daily needs just in terms of clean water, energy, and healthcare.
Okay, I love that. So right now, I know just a couple weeks ago or last week, you guys were in Togo, that's in West Africa, and that's where I'm from. And you were there to inaugurate a project. Can you please tell us about that project?
Yes, I would love to tell you about that project. I was very fortunate to be part of the team that went to Togo. We actually left on July 21st. And I just got home on Saturday on the 31st. And yes, we were able to have an inauguration ceremony or a dedication event of a completed health center that was built outside of the village of Egbuvle. And the health center has been established there. The construction project has been completed. And we were able to have several dignitaries from the region come and help us do a ribbon cutting of the building, and to invite the community in to see the facilities and to see what it is that they are excited for the future.
Wow. And I have a little video clip here. I'm going to play it so people can see what it was about. It's just about 1 minute video. Well, that was actually last week, and that's what they went to do in Togo. I'm going to bring our guests back, and actually, we have two guests. I'm going to bring them both back. Hi, Jenny, welcome back.
Thank you, Deborah.
And we have Angela. I'm going to bring her also to the screen. All right, Angela, can you hear us? You're on mute.
Oh, there. Am I off mute?
You are good.
Yes, I can hear you now. Angela, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yes, I'm Angela Coleman, a realtor on Team Locale with Nebraska Realty, and I got the opportunity to help out with this event. We were actually supposed to do it last year, they probably said. And then when Janie was just telling us of all the statistics, like the statistics is kind of what got me of how many women and children are really affected over there just because they don't have clean water. So I think it's just a great opportunity to help out.
Absolutely. So we'll come back to the event. Right now, we're talking about the inauguration of the hospital in Togo and the trip that Jenny and the team had to Togo last week. And we just
Oh,
played
yes.
the little clip to show people what it was about. So, Jenny, all right. So now that that has been done, moving forward, what are you guys planning?
Absolutely. We have big plans for sure. So as you can imagine, COVID certainly changed a lot of things for us last year. And we were very thankful that the construction of the medical center continued despite that. The workers were able to continue working. But one of the things that slowed it down just a little bit was the hiring process of the staff. To be able to have our medical team in country, to be able to interview folks and to gather people together. So those are the next steps, is really establishing that medical team, 3 to 4 people specifically. So those are the next steps. And then obviously, really just reaching out to the community and helping them to know that the medical care is there, especially particularly for women, expectant women who are either approaching childbirth or are preparing for children in the future, and really begin doing prenatal care and establishing that relationship and that trust between the team, the medical team, and the patients.
So tell me, the medical group, are they local or are they from the US?
Absolutely. Our intention is to 100% have the medical facility staffed by Togolese healthcare providers, professionals. So, our initial team, the Global Partners team, who has extensive experience in Africa, particularly in West Africa, mainly in the country of Mali. They are very familiar with the process of hiring and building medical teams. They have done a lot of that in Mali with our previous experiences. And so they will be involved in the process, of course, and help train and establish the team. But our intention is that the healthcare workers at the center will be Togolese citizens.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about the process. What are some of the challenges that you faced?
Oh, golly. Well, let's see. So, we started this process, this planning and partnering in about 2014, 15 was really the first beginning meetings. Um, and, the planning, of course, long distance, we can only go and be in Togo for certain amounts of time, and it doesn't allow for a lot of in-person discussion. And so, it took us a while to get to the point where our plans, what we were looking for and what our contractor could do, and just collaborating with each other as far as a West African context versus a US perspective context. I wouldn't say that was a challenge. It was part of the process, which is always great. Collaboration is a good thing. We definitely encountered a few challenges in terms of like roads, ingress and egress, if you're familiar with those terms. So roads going into an area and roads coming out of an area.
Mm-hmm.
There was an existing road that was established by a concrete company that was very nearby, and they were very gracious to allow us to use it for a period of time. But ultimately, they asked if we could establish a different path so that all the traffic going to the medical facility, once it was open and operating, wouldn't continue to be driving right past their business. And so we had to work around that challenge a little bit, and even build a bridge over a small creek of water that at certain times is very low, but at other times the rainier season is quite a bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a little bit of a challenge for us, was establishing a bridge. That's not something we often encounter in our projects, but definitely the engineer and the construction teams were able to persevere, and we drove over that bridge several times while we were on site this past week. So we know it's solid and good.
Nice, nice. So, apart from those local challenges, did you face anything else?
Oh, I think obviously in the last 18 months or so, uh, funding for projects, international projects, I think became a bit more challenging. The United States was very focused on trying to meet the needs of their own citizens in the last year. And so discussing an international project with people was a little challenging. The response often was, well, don't we need to focus our efforts here at home? And what about the challenges that are being faced in the United States? And by no means would we discount that at all. But knowing what we know about the challenges that the citizens in Togo face compared to the challenges of the United States citizen, they're just night and day. We can go to our tap and turn on water and know that it is safe and reliable, and it's not going to make us ill. And, we're not walking miles to go fetch our water, not knowing if it's going to make us ill in the process of having to walk a good long ways and carry it back with us. And so, certainly just raising funds in the last year and a half, it has not been, monumental, but it's been a little more challenging than I would say than it had been in the past.
Right, absolutely. And thank you so much for doing that despite the challenges. And what was the budget? Like, did you actually meet the goal? What was it?
Yes, yes. So, the project itself is I would say almost a 6-phase project altogether. It's a large vision, and it is essentially to establish the main medical facility, which has just been completed. Establish that, and then establish like satellite locations. About 5 of them is the vision, and that would be like smaller, more rural, remote locations that could meet the immediate needs of the community and address emergency situations and dispense medications and that sort of thing. And the more complicated cases could then be referred to the main medical facility, would have all the capabilities of laboratory testing and those sorts of things. And I completely lost my train of thought as to where I was even going with
Oh, I was asking about the budget. How much was the budget?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So, the first couple of phases of the project were, one, building the perimeter wall all the way around the site. And we definitely met budget on that, if not even maybe came in a little under it. Then the second phase was establishing the well itself and the tower and the system that would meet the community needs as well. And that also was able to be obtained pretty close to budget. There were a few challenges in terms of how it was going to be run, whether it was going to be generator run or solar panel run, operated, those sorts of things. Some internal discussions about that. But that as well was met in terms of budget. And then the health center itself, Yes, absolutely. That was also on budget. And then the other piece of that project is that we've also built a guest house where visiting medical teams could stay on site there within just a short walking distance of the health center. Which would eliminate the need for them to have to be traveling back and forth, say to Lome or to into town, and then would be able to just be on site for longer hours at a time and not have to be concerned with traveling back and forth. So the guest house has also been established, and our CEO and his team. So we had two different teams on this trip. They actually stayed in the guest house on site there at the facility on this trip.
Nice. Love that. So was the language a barrier, or did you guys speak French or the local dialect?
Yes, yes. Well, you heard my groans a little bit because, yes, of course, for me personally, language was, of course, a challenge. I'm very thankful for our partner, one of our partners, particularly Kwame Kudawu, it was just a stellar, wonderful assistant and a helper and caregiver and guide and all those things for me. Our CEO does speak fluent French as well as his wife, and so they are very self-sufficient in Togo. But then we also had a wonderful woman that lives here in Omaha, who is originally from Togo, Linda Sudrow. She also went on the trip with us, and she served as a translator, both for us and for speakers during the inauguration ceremony. So definitely a challenge, language, but I have to mention this to you, Deborah, because I took several students with me as well, 3 interns from Creighton University here that have been working with us since October or so. And that was the frustration for them as well. And it was very humbling. We met a lot of Togolese that could speak English, and they were so warm and friendly and excited to be able to speak English with us, and told us how important that they felt it was that they learned English. And the regional chief, even during his speech during the inauguration, literally said, after my very first meeting with Ian Vickers, I said to my team, where am I going to find my English teacher? Because it is very important for me to learn English so that I can converse with my new friend with no misunderstanding whatsoever. And so it's just really humbling that none of us spoke French, none of us spoke Iwe, but yet, thankfully, our wonderful, kind partners and hosts took the time to learn English so that they could communicate with us, even though we can't speak any other languages.
Wow, I love that. And I'm going to show a picture that I really love. This was taken in Togo, and this is your CEO, Ian Vickers, and Linda Sejro, who you said she went on the trip with you guys, and she was able to help with translation. So this is Linda on the left, my left, and this is Ian Vicker. And Ian is seen here wearing the traditional, attire. And that's the sign, I believe, in front of the clinic or the hospital.
Yes, that's one of the side walls.
And this was last week.
Yes, last Saturday, July 24th.
Nice. So as you can see, guys, they actually were in Togo, and we were able to see that in a little clip. We're going to take a break, and I'm going to play that clip again. Don't go away. Stay with us. We will be right back. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for watching. That was the clip about the trip to Togo of the team Global Partners in Hope. I'm going to bring Jenny back and Angela back so that we can continue this very informative and interesting conversation about the project in Togo to help my community, because as you guys know, I'm from Togo and I'm excited about this project. I'm excited about the inauguration of that hospital and what they have in store for us. Welcome back, Jenny.
Thank you, Deborah.
I'm going to bring Angela back. Welcome back, Angela.
Oh, there. Hello. Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. So we talk about the project, we talk about the background of the project, and we talk about the actually one of the outcomes that you guys went, last week in Togo to inaugurate the hospital, and we showed a little clip. Now let's talk about the event. There's an event coming up. Angela, do you mind telling us a little bit about how you're connected with this event and Global Partners in Hope?
Yep. So there was just a networking group here in Omaha. And when I started going, Jannie came and was telling us about Global Partners in Hope and how they're actually here in Omaha, but they help out in Togo. And then they did another country where they kind of did the same thing and built the hospital and are doing wells. And when I heard the statistics of all the people getting sick and the number of women and children that die in the ages just because they don't have clean water, it's kind of breathtaking. And it's hard to imagine that here in 2021, like
Right.
clean water is still an issue. So it's like very humbling because we are super spoiled here in America.
Mhm.
And so it's like humbling just to remember that everyone doesn't have it, the same way we do here. So I can't necessarily be there in Togo, but this is like my way to help because they could use it.
So your way to help, what is it actually that you're doing, or what are you involved with?
So we are planning a fundraiser here on August 26th, and it's like a 2020s, 1920s theme. So you can wear all your little fancy flapper dresses and, all the fun outfits. But we're trying to raise money to get wells. So I believe we're trying to do 2 wells. Is that right?
Yep.
So get 2 wells, raise money. We have about 120 tickets total. So we have some sold. So we do still have some seats, and that's really, we're just trying to raise money. And we'll have like hors d'oeuvres there, and we're gonna have a DJ and maybe, some other fun stuff. We'll have some raffle tickets and baskets and stuff. So it'll be a fun way where you can still help out the world.
So this is the actual flyer. Let me
Yep.
get this out of the way. So that's the actual flyer. It says the 20's past and present fundraiser event, and it has all the other information right there. Now tell me, why the choice of the 20's past and present? Why?
You want to
Well, I'm not. Yeah, you could take that one. I'm not really
Yeah, you
sure.
can
It
take
was
it,
20.
Jenny.
Well, we started in 2020.
right?
So we were just like, let's do 1920s theme. And that was kind of a fun error, I heard. But so we just thought it'd be a good way where you can kind of bring 2020 and 1920s together.
Okay. Jenny, did you want to add clarification or?
Well, so yes, so a couple of the people that are also part of the group that are helping plan it. One is the owner of a formal wear store, and the other is the manager of a hotel, Staybridge Suites, Omaha West. And they both are just fun, festive, lively people, and they really thought
Yes.
the 20s theme would just be ideal for just a really fun party. And like Angela said, the plan originally was to have it in 2020, so that was the fun little catch. Now we did integrate sort of our event with our cause as well, and so the idea is that it's going to be sort of a speakeasy sort of club environment. And you remember, during the 20s was the Prohibition era. And so you had to be a little more sneaky if you wanted to consume alcohol. And so you would go to an establishment and go to the back door or to the side door or whatever it was, and you would have to give a password to be allowed into to the speakeasy or the illegal alcohol club. And so we have decided that our password is going to be well water, which is a play on what they called it in the 20s. They would call alcohol well water. So we thought that would be fun too. So it's really just the creativity of the team, honestly, Deborah, as to how we landed on the 1920s theme. Plus, I think they just want to wear flapper dresses, quite honestly. I think that's the whole goal there. Mm-hmm.
Very
Definitely.
interesting. So, what do people expect coming to this event on August 26th at the Field Club? What should we expect?
Absolutely. So at the start of the evening, we're going to have some live music. Then we will have a little bit of a program, but we'll have heavy hors d'oeuvres. We have some great donated wine from Quench, Nebraska. They're providing the wine for our tables for the event. We're also going to have some silent auction items of things that have been donated from local businesses in the area. And then the plan is that we are going to have some sort of dance instruction, maybe get the crowd involved as far as learning a 1920s dance that could be fun and lively. And we also plan to have a speaker, a Togolese speaker, just somebody that can share a bit of their firsthand experience of living in Togo and the challenges that the community faces. You can hear it from us, but we didn't grow up there, and so I think the story is much better told by somebody who has lived it and actually experienced it. We also have an MC for the event. Scott Voorhees from KFAB Radio has agreed very generously to be our MC for the evening. And then, of course, at some point, we'll hear a little bit from our CEO as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we'll have a great video to share as also. We had a wonderful young man go on the trip with us. His name is Jake Maslow. And he is putting together a video of everything that took place in the last week and a half, including the inauguration event and just all the sights and sounds and people that we got to meet in Togo. And we'll be sharing that during the evening as well.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So where do people go to get the ticket, and how much is it?
You bet. It is just $100 a person to attend the event. And you can either go online through the link that's provided on the invitation, or we also have a Facebook event through the Global Partners in Hope Facebook page. Or if you're just not tech savvy, you don't like doing stuff online, you can certainly just call our office at the number indicated there on the screen. Or you can email us at info@globalpartnersinhope.com, and I'll get back to you and we can get you registered the good old-fashioned paper way.
Absolutely. So those that are watching live, you can go to Global Partners in Hope Facebook page, and the link is right there. If you go to Afro Swag Media and Magazine Facebook page, you will see the link in the little synopsis. You can see that there. If you go to YouTube, the link is also there. Go to the Afro Swag Media and Magazine YouTube channel. You'll be able to see that link there. If you cannot find it, please call 402-980-5060 or email info@globalpartnersinhope.com. Even if you found it, but you'd like to know a little bit more, you can call that number indicated on the screen, or you can always send an email to that info@globalpartnersinhope.com. We need your help. You heard it. People are struggling in Togo, during childbirth, and some areas in Togo we still need water, and this is for to help people in Togo for a good cause. So don't hesitate to reach out if you do have any questions, if you want to donate, if you want to help, if you want to attend this fun event. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. I've been
Absolutely.
to one of the Global Partners in Hope events before at the same location, Field Club, and it was amazing. It was awesome. So this is a Thursday. It's August 26th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Don't delay. Get your ticket right now. It's only $100. And like I said, and like you heard, Jenny and Angela say, it's for a very good cause. All right. So let's get back to Jenny.
Yes.
Anything else you would like us to know?
Oh, goodness. Well, actually, yes. So the video that I shared with you is not actually, as you discovered, not the inauguration day video that I thought I was sending you. And I just wanted to let you know that what you were seeing in that video, the meeting with the village and the women and men dancing and celebrating, was really the outcome of a meeting with the chief and with the regional chief as well, the supreme regional chief. And essentially, Global Partners in Hope has committed to put in a well in that particular village. The details still need to be worked out, and the specific site, and all of that. But the verbal commitment was made to the community that we will put a well in their village. And that was the community celebrating that discussion and that commitment that we have made. And so we know exactly where the next two wells are going to go. And that is why we're attempting to raise, our goal for the event is $30,000. We do have some starter funds that have been committed since that meeting has taken place. So, we have a start on it. But we need the community's help to help us get those next two wells in, and to help the women and the children and the families living in that community that are now expecting and waiting for that to come to them.
Absolutely. So, Angela, can you tell us a little bit about the organization? How is the preparation of the event? How is it going? Anything specifically that you guys need? That way we can communicate to the public, and they know uh, which areas they can, bring resources or help out.
Yeah. Well, it's been pretty fun actually planning the event. I've helped with a couple bigger events, but this is like the most rewarding one, definitely by far. I would say the big things that we need right now, there's still a few sponsorships that are available. So that would be very helpful. We are very mindful with where the money's going. We're trying to give as much as the money as possible to the wells. Like, so we're not spending money foolishly. So we have several sponsorships already, but we still do need a few more. So that'd be the biggest thing I'd say. And just if you don't want to sponsor, just come, because it'll be fun. It'll be worth it. And there'll be good food, good music, and it's for such a good cause. Like, there's no better cause than making sure people have clean water.
Mm-hmm. So I do have a question with
Yeah.
the new COVID-19 environment. They're talking about the Delta variant. So is there anything like what approach are you guys taking when it comes to this event?
Just whatever the CDC requests or whatever the state guidelines are. So right now, I honestly haven't looked this week. I feel like they change week by week. So whatever they are at the time is what we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I know that the field club, they do to some extent have a little bit of an older membership, and so they were quite cautious. I know last summer as far as events. So we will certainly be in communication with Field Club on a regular basis leading up to it, and just making sure that we're doing everything we can to protect our attendees. If I could just add one more thing, Deborah, to what Angela was saying. If there are any listeners out there that do own businesses that have merchandise, that
Mm-hmm.
be interested in possibly donating as a silent auction item, especially some of the cooler sort of African type merchandise or clothing or articles, and we would love to host some of those items in our silent auction as well. So please reach out to us, all the ways that Deborah has shared with you, and just let us know if you would like to contribute something to the event. We'd love to feature your products.
Okay, so I will definitely send you some items towards that. I don't know if you guys are also putting together gift baskets, but I will be sending some of those to you. And like they said, if you have a business and you have merchandise, don't hesitate to reach out. We need your help. We need your help. Um, you saw in that video clip how the community was happy. They were dancing. They don't have their well yet, but just, hearing that someone is going to help them build a well, they were so happy. You can see them dancing. We definitely need your help. If you're a business and if you are replaying this interview, please get in touch with Jenny and her team, and the phone number is right here on the screen, 402-980-5060, or you can always email info@globalpartnersinhope.com. And that's for those that are replaying this video. Anything else?
Yeah, I
Anything
feel
else?
like you want to take all of the thunder. You wrap it up for us.
Well, just thank you for letting us get the word out there some more. I can't really think of anything else. Just I hope to see you at the event. We are looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun. We hope we have a really good turnout because we plan on doing it again, if so. So let's have a good turnout and we could make some wells this year and do a couple more next year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Jenny and Angela, for coming to the show. Thank you for taking the time to come explain a little bit and tell us the background of this project. And it's amazing what you guys are doing. And it's not just in Togo, it's in West Africa. You guys have done it in Mali. And did you do it in also China or anywhere else?
Mostly what we focused on in China was leadership development. And so like workshops and seminars where people could grow in their skills in terms of leadership within their communities. Medical work in China is much more challenging than it is in Africa. So, but thank you, Deborah. We just can't thank you enough for inviting us to join you on your podcast and for just helping us share the word and get the word out to the community. So thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you for being here. And for our viewers, those that are catching this in replay, if you want to learn more, come to the event on August 26th. You have the chance to meet with Jan Vicker, the CEO, and ask questions. You have the chance to watch that video, the inauguration of the hospital in Togo, and meet with some other awesome people. It's also a networking event, and come have fun, come celebrate this with us. And until next, be safe out there. Thank you so much, ladies, for being on the show.
Thank you, Deborah.